do a quick coffee talk. It's Friday, and had to run and grab some essentials so I could finish doing laundry, or do laundry and all the things. Even though it was a short work week with the holiday and all of that stuff, there's still so much that has to be done. And now that it's summer, both my kids are home all the time. So it's like an endless cycle. So let's see, word of the day. I know in between is 2 words, but like, what's a pending? Something that means just like in the middle of, I don't know, pick your word that resonates with, in the middle. There's this strange feeling. I guess I should talk in clear, full sentences. So yesterday was my first meeting that kind of put everything in motion. And it was so strange because, I got the information that I needed and felt really good about it. Like, the crazy part was that as life-altering as these decisions are, and me being a person that is like high-functioning anxiety, just like usual constant turmoil inside, I didn't experience any of that. I prayed. I was just like, give me the peace. Let me know that this is the right path. It's not my will, but, it's guide me to where I need to be. I put my trust, my faith, my life in God, and let him lead me, because at this point, leading myself, this is where I've come to. So, I'm let go and let God, right? And if you don't believe in that kind of thing, that's totally fine. Totally respect your own beliefs. That's absolutely fine. But in this moment, this is where I am, and that's what I believe. So the crazy part was the whole way there. Actually, let's back up. Even the evening before, like, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't like, you would think that I was more nervous to make the phone calls, to call around and see, who had time to squeeze me in for something like this. And I had a referral from a good friend of mine in the legal system, so that helped. And I got the appointment, relatively quickly. But I was more nervous. I put off making those phone calls for 2 months. 2 months. I had great, referrals from a bunch of different people, but one in particular, I was like, okay, definitely going to start with that one. But I put off making the phone calls because personally, I'm afraid of change. I don't, it's not that I don't do well. I used to be incredibly spontaneous. I used to thrive on that, pushing my boundaries, just allowing myself to be in the present. And over all of these years, I have just become the opposite of that, where change is hard, because that means that I have to alter different things. I have to prepare differently. I have to do more things to make those things go smoothly. So for me, I put off making the phone calls. Set up 2 different appointments. I'm going to cancel the next one, which I have next week, which I also really enjoyed that conversation as well, but financially, and just having this feeling, trusting my gut. So anyways, on the way to the meeting, I would normally, even if this was like a dentist appointment, I would normally be like sweating through my shirt. Just the physical reaction to anxiety is very overwhelming for me. I hide it very well. However, my normal response is to have, internal and physical reactions to stress and anxiety. Whereas this was abnormally peaceful. So that right there kind of tells you, like, I'm on, I'm going with my gut. God is leading me, again, respectfully. I was feeling very led, very peaceful, not nervous. I think I got more nervous once I got in and had to sit and wait a minute, just looking around this old home. And an old home turned into a business, which is just a meeting place, nothing like running in there. And it was probably because I was looking around going, I could DIY a whole bunch of really cool stuff in this place, like, and bring this, beautiful structure, back to its glory days. And, just like going, oh my gosh, like that kind of anxiety, or that kind of like stress of like looking around and going, oh my God, just, give me a budget and some time and I will like transform this place, which is hilarious that that's where my mind was going while waiting for this, like, being on the edge of this like very momentous moment. So anyways, I felt so incredibly peaceful, which is very unlike me. So I'm choosing to believe that that is where I was meant to be. I left feeling like I had no questions. I wasn't just like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I felt so seen. I felt understood, right? Awesome. And leaving there felt really good. Now comes the word of the day. After that, I had to go home, do the chores, the regular daily stuff, had to get ready for the last big lacrosse game and all of this stuff. And I just sat there feeling like, I know this. I have this information that hasn't been shared just yet because I have some homework to do. But I feel like I'm stuck in this very in-between phase, in this middle phase where I'm on the cusp of like big changes, and I really, really, truly am hoping and manifesting that things can go a more peaceful way. I feel like it has the potential to. That's my main goal, is to make things amicable and peaceful. I don't know. But I'm in this in-between phase where like I just look around and go, everything is about to change and nobody really knows. And I feel like I'm keeping a secret, but not really. Like, it's so known. The vibe has been there for years, honestly. None of this is going to be a surprise, but like this in-between phase where it's like life just keeps going. And I know I've heard like people talk about stuff like this in regards to like major life things happening where, life just keeps going. But like truly, I'm experiencing that. Life just keeps going. Stuff still has to be done. All the things, all the needs still have to be met. Life keeps going. While there's this big thing looming. While going through this big, a transformation or, a significant moment. It's bizarre. And here I am. Another coffee talk. Had I don't know what the kind of syrup did I end up getting. Butter pecan, macchiato. Just because Mama needs some coffee, some caffeine today. So did that, got a couple breakfast sandwiches and picked up the essentials to get on with the life for the weekend. Throw some food in the crock pot. We're in the oven at this time. But yeah, it's this in-between phase, this middle part, where you're in the middle of something really big and like it's all you can think about, but you still have to do all the other things. It's so crazy. It's just bizarre to me that like life just keeps going on. Like I almost need to like take a day off from life stuff to handle other life stuff. It's so weird. But yeah. So what do you do like in this in-between phase? What do you do to focus and get things done, but also still allow yourself the time, the grace, the acknowledgement that, you know, this is happening, life is happening, things are different, things will be different. Do you just go on? You just ignore it? Do you give yourself the moment? Like, what is the right thing to do when you're in this middle period that could last a while? Like, this just could be this could take a minute to get through. And I don't, life doesn't stop, so I don't know how to handle this. Maybe it'll be better once everything is kind of like out in the open. I don't know. Or maybe it just feels like such a middle moment because I'm afraid of the response. Because I know, it could go one of two ways. This could go very smoothly, or this could be really awful. And there could be a lot of resistance, and I don't know. But the in-between in a life-changing situation, what do we call that? Is there a name for that? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe today's word of the day is trying to figure out what that word is. The in-between, when you are in the midst or on the precipice of a life-changing situation. What's that word? That's the word of the day. Cheers.